Welcome back. This is week 10 of our recurring series where we rank every single one of our chicken breeds. So without further ado, let's get into it. All right, before I let you know which breed we are doing today, I want to go over a little bit of the ranking criteria that we do. It's 4 different categories, all ranked out of 5, so total scores out of 20. The first category is eggs. It's going to be how many eggs, what color eggs, quantity of eggs, quality of eggs. That's the first category. Second category is going to be broodiness. So how often is the chicken wanting to go broody, meaning that they want to hatch out their own eggs, lay on eggs, and or I should say sit on eggs, because that can be confusing. Sit on eggs, and in turn not lay eggs during that time period. So that's broodiness. The third one is going to be friendliness, not only to the other chickens in the flock, how well they get along with all the chickens, but how well do they get along with people? How friendly are they? Do they come up to us? Do they want to interact with us? So on and so forth. And then the final category is going to be cuteness. So this is totally subjective, but just my own personal opinion on how cute they are, whether that's their personality, what they look like, how they act, whatever I want to include. So like I said, all 4 categories out of 20. That gives us our final ranking, and we are doing one every week. And we're keeping track of final rankings of where everybody stacks up. So at the end of the 26 weeks, we'll have a ranking for all 26, and we'll see which ones are highest rated girls, lowest rated, and all in between. So without further ado, our girl this week is Ozzy, our Wheaten olive egger. So Ozzy is a Wheaten olive egger, which Wheaten is the color, meaning that tan, different patterned color on her. That's the Wheaten. And then olive egger signifies what color egg she lays, because olive eggers are just hybrids. So essentially, a really quick explanation is that you take a blue egg layer and a dark brown egg layer and mate them together, and the result is a chicken that, well, the desired result is a chicken that has the blue egg lay gene and a chicken that also has the dark brown egg laying gene. And when you overlay dark brown onto a blue shell, you get a dark green olive egg. So all that to say is she's a hybrid, meaning that it's not a standardized breed, so you get some different characteristics with it. For her, she has lightly feathered feet, which is typical when you have like a Moran's cross, because those ones, they lay dark eggs. We have a couple Morans around here. They lay dark eggs. They have feathers on their feet. So a lot of times when you're trying to get olive eggers, people use Morans as the dark egg laying gene, which results in those feathers on the feet. And like I said, hers are lightly feathered, not as much as our Morans, because she's not a full Moran. She just likely has that in her genes. And then she also has a pea comb, which is that tiny little spot on the top of her head. Pea combs are usually associated with, there's a lot of different breeds, but it is typical of Americanas, which are a blue egg layer. So she likely has that in her heritage as well. And another thing that makes me think that she has Americana in her heritage is her body size. She's a more compact girl. She's bigger than our Bantams, but smaller than a lot of our standards. And then also she has those cheeks and a beard underneath her face, which are also characteristics of an Americana. So likely she gets her blue egg laying gene from an Americana and dark egg layer from a Moran's, although not 100% sure, because I didn't breed her. I got her from Meyer Hatchery, so it's their stock and whatever they bred. But I will say that they were very successful in breeding her, because she does have a lot of characteristics of an olive egger and does lay the desired olive egg. Spoiler alert. So that is great. And speaking of eggs, let's talk about our first category. So, as I already kind of mentioned, she lays these beautiful olive eggs. So, successful and true to her name as an olive egger in her breed. So, she is definitely an olive egger, lays these beautiful eggs. They're a little bit on the smaller side, but that makes sense because, like I already said, she is a little bit smaller, much more compact body. I mean, you can see right there next to a silky. She's not much larger than a silky, which silkies are small bantams. And as far as quantity, she goes through spurts of laying a lot of eggs, and then spurts of not laying any at all. She is like a all or nothing kind of girl. When she is laying, she lays a ton, 4 to 5 a week. And then when she's not laying, of course, she's not laying any. So she's really hot and cold in that aspect. So I'd say on average, she is a middle of the pack layer if you kind of took all throughout the year together. I mean, funny enough, she hadn't laid in probably a month or so. And when I was filming this video, I just went and checked eggs and she laid. So I think she knew that I was going to start talking about her and how she is so hot and cold with the egg laying, and decided to pop one out. But all in all, I think beautiful color. She's our only olive egger, so it looks really nice in our cartons. And so it's really pretty color. And then quantity, like I said, she's hot or cold, so she's probably like an average of like a 3 on the quantity, and color I would give her a 5 because it's so pretty. So we average this together and give her a 4 for eggs. And then broodiness, it'll be a short category because she is 2.5 going on 3 years old and never been broody. So no problems there. Like I said, she takes those breaks from laying eggs, but it's not because she's broody, it's just because she doesn't feel like laying eggs. So I'll give her the obligatory 1 out of 5 for broodiness. And then friendliness, she's kind of middle of the pack. She's not going to run away from me if I go up to her, but she doesn't particularly like being held, or like doesn't want to come up and actually be in my lap or anything like that. She just kind of, she's not super standoffish. She's not our least friendliest in the whole flock, but she is not overly friendly. Like I'm filming right now, she'll come up and come close, but nowhere near as friendly as some of these other girls that want to come up here and bite my fingers or investigate the camera or want to jump on my back or shoulders or anything like that. So I think she's probably, it's pretty average, like I said, in friendliness category. So I'd give her about a 3-5 there. Yeah, not much more than that. She is just kind of keeps to herself. And last but not least is the cuteness. So like I've already mentioned, she's smaller body size, a little bit bigger than her bantams, smaller than her standards. When we only had standard, she was our smallest one. So that's kind of fun and cute. I think her lightly feathered feet are really cute. Her beard and muffs are cute as well. When she was a baby, she looked like a little hawk or like a little eagle, and she still kind of does. The only thing not cute about her is she has a kind of a domineering personality where she thinks that she's a male and tries to mount our females even though she's not. She gets along with them. She doesn't beat them up or anything, but she does just have the urge to try to be a rooster. So that's not super cute, so she gets some points deducted for that. But overall, the way she looks, as far as, like I said, the feathered feet, beards, muffs, small, compact size, I think she's also like a very pretty, nice, evenly colored, and different shades, is really pretty. So all in all, deduct some points for kind of the domineering personality. But so I give her probably about a 4.2 in the cuteness. So overall, out of 20, her score is on the screen right here, which out of our ranking so far, we got 10 girls, and that puts her here in the total. And like I said at the beginning, we have 26 different breeds. This is week 10, so we have 16 more after this, so stick around. We have a lot of different diverse girls, so maybe your favorite breed is going to be coming up, so stick around for those and see where your favorite girls are going to rank. And until next time, from all of us here, from Baked Bean, from Sweet Potato, Velma, Cornbread, and last but not least, Miss Ozzy over there. Until next time, stay Pyrfect